Hey guys, welcome to a new video. First off, I want to start off by saying I know it looks like I haven't uploaded for a while. I spent the last week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks now, on social media and speaking to various different people, having various different conversations regarding what is happening in America with the riots, in for the justice of George Floyd, the Black Lives Matter movement, everything that's going on, as well as what's going on in the UK, and having those conversations and trying to educate myself was tough. As you can see, I am a white woman. Fortunately, I don't get subjected to such prejudice, but I'm absolutely disgusted that other people do. Obviously, I've always been aware of the racism that Black people have against them. Some of my closest friends are Black, and I've witnessed them be questioned and, I don't want to say terrorized, but yeah, maybe even terrorized by the police just because of the way they look. And enough is enough. I mean, we all know enough is enough now. I have spent the last few days like I said, on social media, and I've gotten to the point where I am actually unfriending very close friends and family on Facebook and things like that because of the stuff that they are sharing against the movement. Because I do not want to be associated with those people. I have always felt really, really strongly about this. I've never spoken too much about it as I don't feel it's my place. And I don't want to override, not that I would intentionally, but I don't want to override any other person's thoughts or feelings that have actually had to deal with what is going on, and have had to deal with it for years. So like I said, I've spent the last week and a half, 2 weeks trying to educate myself more. I've always known a lot about it. I've always been educated about it. I've always read around the subject. I mean, one of my favourite non-fiction books is Why I No Longer Talk to White People About Race, and I read that book when I was 16 and actually bought 3 copies of it to give to 3 different people that I know because I felt like they should read it. So yeah, with what's going on at the moment, it's absolutely horrific, and I am hoping to attend a protest where I live next week. Obviously permitting coronavirus allows and all of this kind of things, but I am hoping to attend that protest. So that's why I've been quite quiet on my channel. I haven't wanted to say too much. I know I should say a lot. I know I should speak out about it, but I'm so afraid that of saying the wrong thing that I don't want to. But like I said, enough is enough. So this weekend I finished second year of university this week. And I have decided that this weekend I'm going to dedicate a weekend of reading to only reading Black authors. I have quite a hefty TBR here. I have 5 physical books and an audiobook, so I mean, I don't know how quickly I'm gonna actually get through these. I don't know if I'll get through all of them, but I want to try and get through all of them. So I'm going to tell you about the audiobook that I want to read first, or listen to rather, and that's Herstory by Blair Imani. This book is non-fiction and talks about all the important women in history that have played a part in changing history for the better. There's a lot of Black women in there, which I'm really excited to learn about. Growing up, I never actually really learnt about any Black history in school. I mean, for my GCSE history, I studied World War II, the Vietnam War, and medicine and surgery through the ages. I had no Black history whatsoever in my GCSE, or anything like that, not in my RE lessons. So I'm kind of trying to take it upon myself to learn the history of what happened. I have recently watched the When They See Us documentary again. And I am planning to watch 13th soon. That is on my list, as well as some other Netflix shows such as Dear White People. I haven't got too much documentary / non-fiction stuff on this list. I think I only have, oh actually, to be fair, I have 2 physical books and an audiobook that are non-fiction. The rest are fiction. But all of these books have also been recommended to me, bar one. I asked you guys on Twitter what you think I need to read. Not because I didn't want to take it upon myself to research or anything like that. I mean, I have a long list of books by people of colour that I want to read, but I wanted this specific readathon to read books by people that other people have recommended to me that feels like that they feel I should read, that will educate me well, or just to get those authors like promoted and read. So I mean, I don't have much following on this YouTube channel or on my Twitter, but I am trying as much as I can with it, which is why I have dedicated this weekend to reading only people of colour. So yes, that's the audiobook I'm reading. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. I have also ordered This Will Be My Undoing by Morgan Jerkins. Yeah, Morgan Jerkins. I have no idea what this is about. This is one that has been recommended to me, so I literally just went on Amazon and pressed order on it. As far as I'm aware, I think it's a memoir of being black, female and feminist, which to me is like inspiring. So I'm excited to get to that one. The next book I have ordered is Known and Strange Things, and I'm really, really sorry if I say this person's name wrong, but I'm going to say Teju Cole. And this, like, I think this book, as far as I'm aware, is a book full of short stories and essays regarding race, music, poetry, like anything, which I think is really important at the moment to educate myself with all of it. That was also recommended. The next book I'm going to pick up is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I loved The Hate You Give. I read it when it came out. The same thing with the film. I went to the cinema and watched it, and I adored it. And a lot of people, I've had this for a while, but I haven't picked it up because I wasn't really reading during my second year of university, and coming out of university there was a lot of readathons that I was doing, which I know aren't excuses to not get around to this book, but I'm glad that it's better late than never sort of situation. But again, no excuses. But lots of people have told me to read this, so I will be reading this. The next one is The Brighter Mermaid by Dorothy Coomson. This one hasn't been recommended to me. I've actually owned this for a while. It's to do with it's a murder mystery that's set in Brighton, which is where I live, but Dorothy Coomson is also a black author, and I wanted to read this for a while, so I thought I should just add it into this readathon. And the last one is Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. This again was recommended to me loads of times, and I've had it for a while and just never got round to it. Again, I don't know what it's about. I just know that Candice is a black author and that lots and lots of people have told me to read it, and that it's a really moving story, and it's just funny, and it will make me laugh and might make me cry a little bit, but it's one that is really important to read. So those are the books I'm going to attempt to read this weekend. I mean, I highly doubt that I am going to get all of them done. I'm actually going to go and start the audiobook now. I am one of those people, and I can't believe that I've actually done this, but ages ago I ordered myself a paint whip by numbers, knowing that I had 2 weeks off of work. So I'm going to go and start that upstairs whilst I listen to her stream and whilst I start it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and please, if there's any books you think I should be reading, any TV shows or movies you think I should be watching, please comment and let me know what it is. I always want to add things to my list. I always want to expand my knowledge, especially through such an important movement, and an important statement. I mean, I can't even try and begin to describe how important Black Lives Matter is, and the thing that's annoying me the most out of this situation is the fact that people are saying all lives matter. And you know what, the statement all lives matter, that is true. All lives do matter. But right now we can clearly see that all lives don't matter, and we need to focus on the black lives right in this moment. I mean, white privilege is prevalent across the world, and any white person cannot sit there and say they haven't benefited from white privilege, because you have benefited from it your whole life. And right now you need to put that white privilege aside, and you need to sit there and you need to help those people as much as you can. You cannot try and relate to them. You cannot try and tell them you know how they're feeling, because you have no idea. All you can do is be the best ally that you can. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I feel like that's what everyone should be doing. People shouldn't be saying all lives matter. People shouldn't be saying, oh, what about that white person that was murdered? That's not relevant. And that, I guarantee that white person wasn't murdered by a cop. That white person wasn't murdered because of what they look like, and that white person's killer was probably brought to justice. And the reality is that does not happen for a lot of black people, and the situation is completely different, and it's time for change. So I'm dedicating this video to Black Lives Matter, and I will try my best to share information, to petition, to join protests, to donate, to do whatever I can to help this movement. And again, if you think there is anything I should be doing, please comment. All my socials are always in the description box, so please message me and tell me, because I am trying to be the best ally that I can be, and that is what I want to be. So thank you guys, and I'm really sorry if I do end up offending anyone in this video. I really don't want to. But yeah, I'm gonna go and make a start with the audiobook now and my paint by numbers. But yeah, you might have a couple of rants during this, who knows, but for now, that's it. So I've listened to 2 hours of the Herstory audiobook and I have about 2 hours left, and I'm literally learning so much I never knew about. Like, I never knew that it was black women that co-founded Black Lives Matter. I probably should have known that, but I did not know that. I automatically assumed it was men. Learning about Oprah, Missy Elliott, all their sexual abuse as children, and how they've used that to make a positive change in their lives, such as their careers. Learning about the 3 women that work with NASA. I mean, I've seen Hidden Figures, but learning more about them. And just like learning about all these female activists, it's just like, it's incredible the power that females have. So I'm really enjoying it. I probably will get it finished either tonight or tomorrow. Sorry for the terrible lighting. I've had to close my curtains because I just did a workout. But as you guys know, this video was meant to only be a weekend readathon for books by people of colour authors. However, I got halfway through my audiobook, Herstory, and about 100 pages into Queenie, and then I started to slip into a slight depressive episode. I wasn't getting out of bed. I was crying a lot. I didn't film it. Maybe I should have. Maybe next time it happens, I'll try and document it so you guys can see what it's like. But yeah, I started slipping into a real depressive episode, which I'm not happy about, but I know that when I'm currently off work for 2 weeks, I've still got another week off work. I'm not, well, a week, I say a week, actually 10 days. I'm not actually back in work until the 18th of June. And when I'm out of work and I have no uni work to do, not having a routine, not having a reason to wake up in the morning, not having things to do that need to be done in a day, ends up meaning that my mental health gets a lot worse. Because I'm not preoccupied. I know being preoccupied is the best way to deal with things, but when I'm in a structure and I'm in a routine, it helps me keep a settle on my mind. So obviously, like I said, I haven't been in a routine for a week now, and it kind of got to me this weekend. So this morning when I woke up, I've been sleeping really late as well. I've not been going to sleep till like 4 a.m. Partly because my boyfriend's on late, so he doesn't get home from work till like 1 a.m, but also just because I can't sleep. Like I said, I have no reason to get up early in the morning, so I tend not to. But what I've done this morning is I woke up. When I woke up, me and my boyfriend had something to eat. We both cleaned a little bit together, watched some Modern Family, as that's what we're binge watching together at the moment, and then he left for work, so I decided to do a workout, which I'm going to try and do every day. I don't know if you guys know about it, but throughout lockdown in the UK, a body coach, personal trainer called Joe Wicks, he was doing PE with Joe every weekday from 9 a.m. for kids and stuff who haven't been in school. And all those videos are saved on YouTube, so I'm doing them this week before I move on to another set of workouts that my friend has sent me. But I feel like my mental health was best when I was going to the gym, and obviously when gyms closed and I moved back home for work, I wasn't working out at all. I was just going to work. But working out actually helps you feel a bit better about yourself, and obviously it releases serotonin, which is your happy hormone in your brain, which helps alleviate depressive symptoms. So I'm going to start trying to do a workout every day now, maybe every other day whilst I'm getting back into it, but we'll see. So I've done my workout for the day. I'm going to go and have a shower now, and then my plan is to spend the rest of the day reading. I brought the 2 puzzles with me that I bought ages ago, so I might start one of them to listen to the rest of the audiobook, and then just spend the rest of the day reading Queenie, because I am really enjoying it. I'm just struggling to concentrate on reading at the moment because I've been in a depressive episode. So with all of that said, I am extending this weekend read along to a vlog, just because, well, a weekly vlog, just because I still want to get this literature read. I still want you guys to know how I felt about it. Yeah, a little calmer now that I have done my workout, I've had my shower, I've made myself something to eat. I'm kind of just making sure I eat whenever I feel like I'm hungry at the moment, just to make sure like I'm getting some food. I'm not trying to force it too much, and I'm eating what I feel like eating as well. I know that looks really healthy, but like that's one of my favourite snacks, but I'm just eating what I feel like eating just to make sure I'm eating. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I've also got a vitamin C drink for my immune system because I have a really crappy immune system, so I always try and build that up, so try and have one of them a day. But now I'm going to eat that. Whilst I eat that, I am going to listen to some more of her story and start one of my 1,000-piece puzzles. Just do a little bit of self-care, and then once I feel like I've had enough of doing all of that, I will read some more of Queenie. Like I said, I'm about 100 pages in and I am loving it so far. I just need to find the motivation. Her story and I loved it. I think one of my favorite things about it was literally at the end, where like in the audiobook, and I'm presuming it's also in the book, they have a glossary of all the movements they talk about. Like they list all the people that they've spoken about, they list all the hashtags that they have, so like everyone can go do their own research on it, which I thought was a really good idea. But other than that, like I literally learned so much about so many people that I had no idea about movements that I had no idea about. It was just, I literally feel like I've just been really well educated just from one book. Like it's crazy to me how books can make you feel so educated. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Whilst doing that, I also completed the outline of my puzzle. I'm not going to do any more tonight as my back really hurts because I have like a bad back from the job that I do. So sitting like bent over for a long amount of time basically really hurts my back. So I'm going to finish that for today. I'm just going to go downstairs, clean up a little bit, and then hopefully pick up Queenie. I might also see if my library has it on audiobook, because if it does, I might listen to it on audiobook, because that'll probably mean that I get through it quicker and I can pick up another physical book, because I'm struggling to find audiobooks to do with, well, non-fiction books as audiobook versions of my library to do with race or anything to do with the Black Lives Matter movement or anything like that, which I found really, really shocking. Like, because on the app that I use for my library borrow box, you can see like all the books that have been borrowed, so you can reserve them for when they're next free. But surprisingly, they don't have a lot of non-fiction, race or political books, and if they do, they're all by white people, which it's really blown my mind a little bit that I'm kind of starting to see it firsthand now. I've never really noticed it before. Again, probably part of my white privilege. I've never really thought about looking out for it. I just pick up what I feel like reading. So trying to make this actual change at the moment has actually really, really shocked me how hard it is to find them. So if I can't, I may get it on Audible. I'm not sure if I have a credit yet or not, but I need to have a look. But yeah, it's crazy what I've learned in the past few days, just trying to read these books and things like that. Like I literally had no idea how underrepresented people of colour authors are, and it's actually made me really, really mad, I can't lie. So I'm actually really glad I'm doing this, because I'm actually learning a lot and it's really opening my eyes and taking my blinkers off, so I am really, really grateful for that. Good afternoon, everyone. It's Tuesday afternoon. I have some food in the oven that's going to be ready in probably 5 minutes. So I haven't read anything yet today. As you can see here, I've been planning my meals for the week and my shopping list for tomorrow. As from tomorrow, I'm going on a low carb diet, just because I'm not happy with my weight at the moment. So I'm going to do that. But I just wanted to let you guys know that obviously, like I said earlier, I haven't been able to find Queenie or anything like that on my library audiobook borrowing thing. And I don't have an Audible credit until the 25th of June, but on Audible they do have free podcasts. So I found a podcast called In Search of Black History with Bonnie Greer, I think her name is, and I've actually downloaded that to my Audible, so I'm going to be listening to that podcast whilst I do some of my puzzle, whenever I do my puzzle. But whilst I eat, I'm just going to watch something on Netflix. But then after that, I will be planning to read Queenie for at least an hour until I read at least 100 pages. As tomorrow I probably won't get that much time to read. My boyfriend has a day off work. We have to run some errands in the morning. My gardener's coming. I know that makes me sound like really rich and stuff, but my gardener's like in my rent for my uni house. And then my boyfriend and I are planning to watch a load of documentaries and stuff together, because he hasn't had a day off in a week. He's been working 7 days back to back, and today's his last day. So we're going to spend the day together tomorrow. So unless we might have half an hour where he plays FIFA or something, or we have a break, then I might read then. But if I do, I'll let you guys know. So I might not get any reading done tomorrow, so I'm going to try and get as much done tonight I'm going to try and get as much as I can done tonight so that I don't drop down with my goals. So I've officially hit the 200 page mark on Queenie, well 207, and I'm loving it, which I think puts me just over halfway. So hopefully I finish this soon. I am finding it a lot easier to read and a lot easier to engage with now that I'm into it more, and my mindset's a bit better at the moment. So hopefully I get this finished really, really quickly. I'm just going to keep reading now, but I probably won't vlog for the rest of the night, so I'll probably speak to you guys at some point tomorrow. But this is heading for a 5-star rating at the moment, so I'm hoping it stays that way. I'm just about to make some food. I'm just going to make omelettes. As I told you guys not that long ago, I am on a low carb diet now, which means a lot more protein and a lot less carbs. But whilst I make the food, I'm going to start listening to In Search of Black History with Bonnie Greer, as I haven't started it yet, and I'm really excited. I think there's 8 episodes so far, so obviously I'm going to start with the first episode, and then once I finish it, I'll let you guys know what I thought of it, but I have a feeling I'm really So I've listened to the first episode of In Search of Black History. That first episode is called Bones Don't Lie. And it's where you learn about the descent of people, where they come from. You learn about things like the out of Africa theory. It's made me mad because I didn't know about it before. Not the concepts, not any of the ideas, not any of the theories, not any of the factual evidence or anything like that they speak about. All of that to me is so interesting, and I loved hearing about it and I loved learning about it, but I'm mad that I didn't know about it before. Personally, I'm not a big fan of history. It wasn't my favourite subject. I did it at GCSE purely because there wasn't any other subjects that I liked, and I thought it would be the easiest one for me to do, not because I actually enjoy history. I was very much more of a geography girl. So as me being a person who doesn't like history, I don't watch a lot of history documentaries. I don't research a lot of history. I don't Google things and any of that stuff to do with history. I don't pay attention to a lot of it. A lot of my history knowledge literally comes from what I learned in school. So learning about the out of Africa theory again, and descendants, and the reasonings for people migrating from continents to continents in the past and things like that, really fascinated me, because that is partly geography as well. But again, like I said, made me mad because thinking back about it, I never knew a thing about anything that I've just heard, because I wasn't taught any of it in school. All I remember from history in school is World War II, World War II, World War II, and the Victorians. That's literally it. Like, I didn't do ancient Egyptians, anything like that. So I love what I'm hearing, but I'm mad that I didn't know it before. But I mean, it's such an interesting podcast. I mean, most people probably know a lot of what has been said, or at least know a lot more than what I know. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm mad. It's made me realise how little I know, but I love it because I'm learning about new things. And I'm learning about the history of a whole race of people that I had no idea about. And I'm 20 and I'm only just learning this. I don't even know if the phrase better late than never applies here, because I don't want to offend anyone, but I'm glad that I am learning about it now, and I'm not learning about it when I'm 50, 60 and I've got grandkids and things like that. So yeah, thank God I found it now, and I'm learning about it now, and I'm paying attention to it. But yeah, it's crazy. So I've just put the wash on, which takes about 1 hour and 10 minutes. So for the next 1 hour and 10 minutes, I'm going to read Queenie. Where am I up to? I think I'm like just over 200 pages, or like just hit 200 pages. Yeah, I'm page 207. So I'm going to read that for the next hour. And then I'll probably read it, try and read it till I finish it, but at least read it for an hour. And then I'm going to do what most girls do when they have a night to themselves without their boyfriends. I'm going to put a face mask on, I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine, and I'm going to get in the bath, and I'm going to read in the bath, which I feel like I haven't done for a very, very long time, and I feel like it's time for some self-care. I've been really good with my food today. I had, obviously, the omelette that you saw me make earlier, and then for like my lunch, because I wake up late, I have lunch at like 4 or 5 o'clock. I had a tuna salad, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to have for dinner yet. I forgot to get my chicken out the freezer, So I might just have one of the meals I'm meant to have another night just tonight and swap the days over. But I'm literally going to spend the night reading and I'm so excited. And I have Disney Plus to myself tonight, and I've been watching That's So Raven since Disney Plus came out, and I'm on season 3 episode 20, so I'm going to try and watch some of that as well. I'll probably watch that till I fall asleep because that usually makes me a little bit sleepy because I don't really have to concentrate on it. But yeah, it's going to be a great night. I might film some videos and edit some videos. Like, it's just going to be so much fun and I'm so excited. So I've read pretty much exactly 100 pages. So now on page 306. So I think I have less than 100 pages left. I think this is like just under 400 pages. Yeah, like 385. So yeah, I have just under 100 pages left and my washing machine has just beeped. But yeah, I'm loving it so far. But what I've like these 100 pages I've just read, so much has happened and so much has come out. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it for people. I expect what has come out in the last 100 pages to come out basically, and I now kind of don't want to put the book down, but I've still obviously got to get my washing out, got stuff to do, so I'm probably going to finish the book in the bath. We'll see, but yes, actually making some good progress today. So as you can see, I'm all bathed, showered, hair washed, had a great time in my lovely oat bath. The only sad thing is that I finished Queenie. I haven't, by the way, a lot of people ask me this, but I don't keep the sleeves on my hardbacks whilst I'm reading them because I don't want to damage them. But yeah, I finished Queenie and I'm so sad because I really enjoyed it. I know it took me a while to read it considering how much I enjoyed it. It's 5 out of 5 stars for me, 100%. But I know it took a while for me to read it, and that wasn't because I didn't enjoy the book, that was just because of the depression slump I started to get into. But luckily I think I'm managing to pull myself out of that before it got really bad. But yeah, Queenie was absolutely incredible. I learned so much, and as a girl in London who's from London, again, like I've said this so many times, but whenever it's something set in London and they talk about places that I know and things like that, like I just automatically connect with it. But it's also really opened my eyes to like the Brixton area, Mitcham, all of that area of London, as I never really travel down to South London that often anyway. So yeah, it's 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, it was just incredible the way it was written as well. Like, I like the fact that you could actually like physically see like the text bubbles in it, like when they were texting on their phones and things like that. I think that was great. I think the use of the Black Lives Matter movement in this novel was incredible as well. The ways it was brought in, the ways when Queenie mentioned it in certain places, the fact that she was calling out white people for being racist, when white people did that typical thing of, I'm not racist, but like, no, you're racist. What you saying that statement does not make what you say any less racist. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that that the character Queenie was calling her out on that. The representation of mental health as well in this was, I think, incredible. But yeah, I loved it and I already want to reread it, and I'm gonna see if Candice has written anything else, because if she does, I definitely want to pick it up. But yeah, I'm just gonna go and have something to eat now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick up another book or not tonight. Knowing me, I probably will, but I'm just gonna go and make something to eat and watch some more That's So Raven. But yes, that is a book and an audiobook complete. So now that I'm fed and watered and I've put my boyfriend's jumper on because I'm cold and it's the warmest jumper in the house, I'm about to pick up This Will Be My Undoing by Morgan Jerkins. Sorry, I read that as Jenkins. I'm really excited about this because I've not read a non-fiction from somebody who is a person of colour, nor female, so I'm quite excited for this. I have my trusty highlighter with me. When it comes to non-fiction books, I tend to highlight things that I want to research more, or quotes that I find interesting, or things I want to remember, or things I want to refer back to in the future. So I'm not sure how much I will do that with this particular book, just because it's more autobiographical. than like teaching wise, I think. But obviously there might be some movements in here that she speaks about, or there might be some places or websites I want to research further, or people I want to research further. So I'm just going to have this handy just in case. But yeah, I'm going to try and read about 100 pages this evening. Then I'll probably finish it tomorrow, unless I'm not tired and I want to carry on reading. But for now, this is what I'm going to do. And I love the fact that I have done this video and I've had this idea, and I'm reading only people of colour authors, and I feel like I want to do this each month. I want to dedicate a week just to reading books by people of colour. If you guys think that's a good idea, then let me know. If not, then obviously also let me know if it's going to be a bad idea. I'm now 75 pages into This Will Be My Undoing. I've also highlighted some more stuff. I'm really enjoying it, but because it's a non-fiction, it takes me longer to read than fiction does, so that's why it probably seems like I'm going through a small book really slowly. But I am really enjoying it, and I'm trying to take it in as well, which is why it's going really slowly. I mean, it's completely eye-opening, the stuff that I'm seeing, like the stuff that used to happen to her in school, to the groups of black kids and the groups of Latino kids. So yeah, learning about all of that stuff again is like shocking. I've learned so much these past few days. It's actually incredible. But now I'm just gonna go and meet my boyfriend, and we're gonna watch a film and just probably relax for the rest of the evening. I will take this with me, but I probably won't read any of it. But I never leave my house without a book, so there's that. But yeah, I am really enjoying it so far, and it's definitely probably going to be a 5 out of 5 stars. So I have just finished filming a few videos. I've spent most of the day filming and editing today. However, I am sad to say that I finished This Will Be My Undoing by Morgan Jerkins. I loved this book. This book was so eye-opening. Obviously I don't live in America, so where she talks about places like Harlem, I don't know those areas, I've never been to those areas, but learning about those areas, different types in America, the way things are in American schools, the race divide, the gender divide as well that she speaks about, absolutely incredible. 5 out of 5 stars. Everything I read this week or listened to was 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm genuinely not just saying that, like I genuinely thought they were all 5 out of 5 stars. However, that is it for this week's vlog and for reading people of colour authors this week. I loved doing this. I loved expanding my knowledge. I am actually thinking about doing this, like I said earlier, I'm thinking about doing this every month. If you guys think that is a good idea, let me know. If you think it's a bad idea, let me know. But I feel like I want to dedicate myself to expanding my reading and my knowledge around this area and around everything other than general YA fiction, to be honest. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. If you have any other books that you think I should be reading or any opinions about the books I've read, let me know. I love hearing other people's thoughts on things, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon with a new video.